How did I get to play the accordion? Well, my first musical impression was a piano performance which I saw on the TV. It was my first musical impression in general. I had not visited any classical music concert by then, so that was my first encounter with the classical music, and I was really fascinated with it. And started tapping my fingers on the table and telling everyone in the family that I play the piano, my imaginary piano, because there wasn't any real piano in the house. And this was when I was 3 years old, so this is 1993, just after Lithuania regained its independence, so people were not very rich, as you can probably imagine. I could not get a piano because my family couldn't afford it. So my godfather got me an accordion instead as a small alternative for the piano, and that's how I started. Well, the accordion is very, very special instrument. I used to say it's limitless, but of course, as you grow and age, you get to know the limits and you learn how to accept them. You also learn how to get away from them and somehow deliver the music on your instrument as you can hear it, and as the instrument can actually produce it with its sounds and mechanics. So accordion, first of all, is a complex instrument, mechanically complex instrument that provides you with vast possibilities. You can play all the classical music, whatever you want really, and you can play polyphonic music, which is great because Bach and all the other Baroque music sounds wonderfully on the accordion. And the main plus that you are not stuck in one room with that instrument. You can go around the world and kind of bring the whole orchestra in one box with you. Well, when I think about Lithuania and Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, the first thing that really comes in mind as a common feature and that makes those two lands alike is the sea and the life near the sea.
Moin.
So I think the first time when I came to Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, I felt like I am in my own country at the seaside. And not because of the sea, you know, you can go to any place that has a sea and feel completely different. But there's something about this Baltic Sea or Ostsee that creates a specific atmosphere and specific culture. And I think that connects very well between Mecklenburg-Vorpommern and Lithuania. Well, it is a wonderful, fantastic, excellent festival with beautiful people involved who create it. I think that is the most important part of it. And then all the programs that are being created in various spaces, somehow very unexpected spaces, and I love it so much because it really lives within me, so I feel very much on one page, intact with this festival. And then, you know, since I first came in 2014, I was a little younger, but I immediately felt like this festival works as a family. There's a really warm atmosphere between the artist and the organizers and all the staff that work with the artists for the audiences, for the great audiences that come. Yes, me and musical genres, there's always this endless ambiguity, I would say, because I do like to think about myself as a classical musician, but I don't play any real classical instrument. I play accordion, which was invented in 1829 in Vienna officially, and then, you know, it went all around the world, specifically as a folk instrument, and there's nothing wrong about that. In all of the institutions where I studied, in London and in Spain, it is a huge part of my instrument, but I'm afraid I don't play this genre too much anymore. And I really hope that at some point it will be possible to come back to it more and more, so the range is still there, not only classical and folk, which I love. For instance, it's quite rare to see me and hear me play jazz, but I do that also sometimes. I even played in Edinburgh Jazz Festival, which I find hilarious because I'm not a jazz musician, but sometimes it happens, and it's really fun to discover yourself in those different circumstances and genres. If I had to pick one, after all this talk that I just did, it would be so hard. So sorry, I cannot pick one.